Good morning. It's the weekend. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman. We just finished an amazing hour of home improvement chat. And get your seatbelts on, folks, because we got a second hour right now. It's Facebook Live as well. So if you want to see us in studio and give us a shout out, we're always here to help you. We want to make sure that you have the best advice. And in studio, Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement, in the co-pilot chair this morning. Good morning, Brian.
Good morning, Adam.
And we now have Greg Grapsidis from The Landscaper, landscaping and beautifying homes all over Metro Detroit. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Adam.
How are you today?
I'm doing fabulous.
So let's get right into the whole landscape persona and vertical. You know, curb appeal, super important, right?
Super important these days, whether you want to keep up with your neighbors, whether you're selling your house or you're just OCD like me and you want everything to look perfect.
Ain't that the truth? So, Brian, when you do renovations, do you include landscaping?
No.
Most contractors don't.
People ask us what we do, and I say we do everything from installing a doorbell to building you a new house. Unfortunately, the only thing we don't do is landscaping.
Well, Adam, you and I are going to have to talk later. We're going to talk later on, Brian, and you're going to have to include me in your crew.
We're just not efficient with it. You know what I mean? I just don't have the people, but now we got him.
There you go.
Listen, I've known Greg. How long have we known each other now?
20-some years.
Wow, that's right. The boys.
We've been through a lot together.
Oh, my God, that's so funny.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah, we all know each other a long time. That's the one thing I like, is that I know everyone a long time.
All of my relationships are like that. All of them.
Yeah, I thought so. By the way, shout out to Sarah.
Yeah.
She's
Sarah.
out there selling homes everywhere.
Best ex in
Detroit,
town, yeah.
which is always a good thing. It's always a good thing. So, Greg, what's the most popular landscape project today? I know years ago it was brick pavers and stuff. What is it today?
Still brick paving. A lot of people want screening, arborvitae's, fencing, stuff like that.
Oh,
They want privacy. They want, they want to be outside. They want to grill. They want to do their thing, but they also want privacy. You don't want to see your neighbor,
I think you're right. I'm going to call it post-pandemic. People got used to staying at home.
Yep.
They got used to just chilling in their basically their own environment, and now they like it. So, outdoor barbecuing, staycation.
They're improving. They want to improve on what they have. They had something that worked for them. It was okay, but now they want to go to that next level. They want to take it to the next level, and we're there to do it for them.
Smart. It's really actually smart when you think about it. So you say brick paving is like still the most popular. So, I always tell homeowners, and I use this on a lot of the things, a lot of the topics on home improvement, the best brick paver, is the one that's installed properly.
Correct.
So let's give a quick, easy definition of what that means. When you do brick paving, and it's just lets you sidewalk, not driveway.
Okay.
How deep should it be?
So it depends on the brick we're using. It depends on your environment. What do you have in your backyard, your side of your house, whatever you're doing?
Is there an standard, like most houses have clay or sand? And
Sure. So that's gonna dictate how deep we go. Typically, we're gonna put a subgrade down of 6 to 8 inches. Then we follow it up with a 1 to 2 inch top coat, which is what your pavers are going to sit in.
Is that slag, or what do they call it?
Slag, sand. Well, we do, depending on your situation, we do a combination of, we're going to do a permeable base, or we're going to do a solid base. So your 6A, 21 AA, and then your slag sand, or we're going to bring in some clean stone, lay your pavers on top of that so they drain properly.
Do you compact it?
Yes, definitely compacted.
So my question is, I have brick pavers in the backyard, and I have a walkway from the driveway all the way around the back of my house into my new deck, and they're no wavy. They're old, but they've been there forever. The in between the brick pavers, what do you put, polymeric today?
Polymeric sand, yeah.
So that needs to be. I got a couple green stuff coming through. Of it. Power wash that.
Power wash it. We go through, we clean it, power wash it, clean it. We install our polymeric sand, and then it's your choice whether you want to seal it or not.
Do you recommend sealing brick pavers?
So sure, we can seal them for you. They're
not sealed right. They get cloudy and milky, right?
They get no. If they're not sealed right, sure. If you don't use the proper sealer, if the paver's wet, they can definitely.
Can you seal it yourself? Is that a do-it-yourself project, or is it mostly?
If you're a do-it-yourselfer, yeah, it's something you can tackle.
Okay,
it wouldn't be bad.
Don't ever watch me try and do that. I'll tell you that right now.
Is a sealer, is it a roll-on or is it a spray-on application?
So we roll it on. We typically don't spray it on. The spray doesn't. Back in the day when we used to use regular sand, beach sand, to put in there, we used to spray it on sometimes because the sand would stick to the roller. So these days we roll it on, and we use a breathable sealer, which prevents a lot of the cloudiness and stuff because we're using the polymeric sand. The polymeric sand you have to wet to activate, so we don't want any moisture in the sand or in the paver because that's what gives you a lot of your cloudiness.
Oh, okay.
So
I wasn't sure.
We use a breathable sealer.
Now, typical scenario. Homeowner has brick pavers from 7-8 years ago, and it looks like a roller coaster. Is that a sign of not the right base?
Yes, correct. Improperly installed. Back in the day, there was a million guys that did brick pavers.
Right.
You got a guy that was working out of his mom's garage, and
He said he could do
doing
it.
brick pavers.
Okay.
So
Makes sense. I just was curious. So now, the brick pavers, though, if they're good brand, they last a long time, the paver itself.
they last forever. And if you check out our Facebook page, The Landscaper, you can see some before and afters where you've got a brick paver that looks like you want to pick it up and throw it away. We come in, we clean it up, we power wash, we do our magic, and it looks brand new.
So you can actually take a roller coaster of a brick paver walkway, take the brick pavers out, clean them, put a new base, and then reinstall them.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so pricing. I think, in my opinion, it's very close to just buying new, wouldn't it be?
Correct, it is, because by the time we pull out the pavers, we clean them up, we stack them up, we're doing double the work.
Okay, so
the
the labor
is
is
the
what-
labor
okay.
intensive.
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk exterior landscaping. Plus, if you have a question, 248-539-9797. Text us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hired Done. My name's Adam Helfman. 248-539-9797. If you have a question that Google can't answer, give us a shout. It's also Shout Out Saturday. And by the way, it's also Salt Sale Saturdays at Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions in Brighton, Waterford, Howell, and soon to be, any day now, Fenton. Every Saturday, get Duracube regular at an unbelievably low price of $6.99 for a 40-pound bag, or get potassium chloride, which is the good stuff, for $32.99 a bag. Plus, if you want 5 gallons of bottled water, it's $3.99 each. That, my friends, is a good deal. I'd get a bunch of those just in case the world collapses. You got some extra bottles of water there, because water is what we all need. And, of course, Jared Beauchamp, he's the owner of Beauchamp Water Treatment Solutions. He is the king of water. Back in studio, Greg Rapsidis from The Landscaper. Greg, what's the best way for someone to find out about you? Go to Facebook? Or?
Go to Facebook, The Landscaper. Give us a call, 888-HIRE-TLS, The Landscaper, 888-HIRE-TLS.
Well, that's kind of cool. I like that. Hire TLS. So just go on Facebook, type in The, and then the word Landscaper. You're out of the, what, Macomb?
Yep.
Perfect. So we were talking about brick pavers. We're talking about reconditioning them, and it's almost the cost of new ones. Makes sense, I see. What about mulch? I have so much mulch at my house. I need to scrape it down because it's years and years of it. Is that good advice, or is it something we should just keep going every year? Because mine, you need
to pull some of it out if it gets a little too high. You don't want to get too high. You don't want it to encroach on the plants and the trees, because that'll lead to insects, mold, and that's never good for the plants or the trees or shrubs.
So I need to get new mold.
New mold.
Yeah,
I don't have that. I don't know where we're gonna get that, Ed.
Yeah, the strain that I have just isn't deadly enough. Okay, so do you supply the mulch when you do a job for a homeowner? Or if they say I have a mulch person,
we supply the mulch.
You do,
yes.
So let me ask you this: how much mulch is way expensive today?
It's getting pricey, just like everything else. I mean, what isn't pricey these days?
I have a connection at Maine's. You heard of Maine's and Selva?
Yep.
My dad had been using them. They were across from our family business for years, and they're my go-to. So if I'm buying mulch, would you do work for me and I can buy the mulch?
Sure.
Okay. So I got to go to Maine's. I'll call Maine's. And by the way, Maine's on Telegraph in Southfield, right between 8 and 9 Mile. They deliver.
Great place.
How do you figure out how much mulch you need? Do you just eyeball it, or is it?
I've been doing this so long, I just kind of eyeball it. Yeah,
you know how far a yard of mulch, and it's measured in yards.
Yes, correct.
So it used to be like $6-7 a yard. Now it's what, 20, 30?
6-7. Holy moly!
That's what I used to pay.
You're dating us now, Adam. Yes, no, those days are far gone.
What's a retail today on a mulch?
Retail price, depending on the mulch you're getting, is $25 to $45 a yard.
Oy, is there a popular color? Brown chocolate. I like the chocolate.
The chocolate's great. Triple chocolate's the best. It looks awesome. A lot of people like the colored mulches, but there's your diehards that want just a double shred, all natural.
I like the mulch chocolatey. Last time they delivered it to my house, I looked outside in the morning and it was steaming.
If they deliver it in your driveway, then you have to call us to power wash your driveway because it's going to leave all the stain.
I have fresh concrete.
Yeah.
I had concrete leveling and stuff. It was kind of interesting. So I have mulch around my house, like I told you, and I have to scrape it back because I believe that it's causing water damage in my basement, because I had a leaky basement. And it was an egress window, and I had the guy cut out the egress window and put a new one in. And I thought, it's all solved, but now it's still leaking. I forgot. You do basement waterproofing.
Yes, I don't know why you haven't called us.
Well, I'm calling you now.
I mean, I don't know if the mulch calls. We can come out and take a look at it, and I'll tell you exactly what's.
So I need you to come out and give me the mulch scraping price. Then reapply, but I'll supply the mulch. Okay. But while you're at it, we might as well waterproof that area.
Fix the window too.
Is waterproofing expensive?
Well, not waterproofing is going to cost you more, because
waterproofing. And that's a great answer.
That leak that's going to come into your basement, that's going to damage your walls, your foundation. It's going to create mold and mildew, a terrible breathing environment for you and your family.
Yeah,
that's going to cost you more than the price of the waterproofing.
Well, that's really actually good advice. Greg Rapsidis, The Landscaper. Go to Facebook, The Landscaper on Facebook. You can check him out. And by the way, you can see us on Facebook Live right now if you want. Greg's in studio looking good.
Not as good as you, my friend.
Yeah, well, it's my barber that does it.
There you go.
As we all know. Shout out to Shelby Mechanical, Ron Alexander, watching us from his cottage up north. Isn't that great? We get listeners all over the place. He's one of the best plumbers in Metro Detroit. Brian, have you used Shelby Mechanical yet?
No. No, I've got the same guys that I've used for years and years.
Okay. I was just curious. I didn't know which it was. And then shout out to Pete Kreitz from Axiom Construction. He's a hired done contractor. He does concrete and stamp concrete, believe it or not. Concrete also. By the way, building materials, what is it like landscape materials? Tell me.
Through the roof.
It
along
is.
with everything else. There's nothing that you can buy that's inexpensive these days.
Well, let me ask you this then. You're busy.
Yes.
Brian, you're busy.
Yep.
Prices are through the roof. Does that mean the economy's bad? Still good? How is it you're busy and prices are through the roof? Or is it just because of the built up demand is so great and there's not a lot of houses for sale or inventory there that it's fueled our business and we're motoring through the this I don't know what we call it, recession plus inflation. Greg, what's your opinion of that?
There's I think there's a pent up demand for it. People aren't planning long vacations. They're improving their homes. They're staying in their backyard. They're installing a pool. They're re-landscaping. They're putting a kitchen in the backyard so they can stay home and enjoy it. And people are still spending money. Is the economy good? I'm not an economist. I know we're booked. People are calling every day. They're spending money. So
I got you. Yeah, and it makes sense. Brian, your thoughts?
I tend to see people fixing the houses up. The inventory out there is pretty low for new houses. All the realtors that I talk to are all saying the same thing. They don't have a lot of inventory, so people are staying put. They're doing the repairs, they're doing the upgrades. If they like the neighborhood, they're just staying put.
That's what I thought. Okay, so that's cool. So Brian, let me ask you a question. How often is it that a homeowner says, "Oh, you ruined my landscaping from the job"? Do you ever? Because you're pretty careful.
Yeah, we're pretty conscientious of flowers and shrubs and bushes and trees and things of that nature. I don't ruin the landscaping, but I do tell them that we could damage it. We're going to do the best that we can not to.
You mean you don't levitate on magic carpets around the house?
No.
I mean, with any project, any home improvement project, you got to scramble some eggs to make an omelet, as I like to say. And
right?
You're gonna do your best to not disturb or damage anything. But at the end of the day, you're bringing materials in. There's guys coming in. You can lay down plywood. You can lay down drop cloths. You can be
Right.
You're still gonna create a little bit of disturbance.
How often, Greg, do you get calls from homeowners saying, "Yeah, the contractor, they did my siding and they walked all over my petunias"?
We get a call or two a week. And we deal with 5 to 10 contractors that give us a call when they're done with the project. They say, "Hey, we kind of disturbed some stuff. We messed some stuff up. Can you come clean it up real quick and get the homeowner happy?"
Makes sense. All right, we're going to take a quick break. If you have a question, text us 248-539-9797. We're here, Greg Grapsidis from The Landscaper and Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement. We'll be right back. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement. Welcome back.
Hey, glad to be back, Adam.
Greg Grapsidis from The Landscaper in studio. Welcome.
Thank you. Always good to be here.
So if someone calls you and says, I want to redo the front of my house for some curb appeal, but I'm a limited budget, how does that process go? Do you interview them? How's that work?
So we'll do a quick phone interview before we go out to the house and get some basic information. And then if a home visit is warranted, we'll go out there, we'll take a look, we'll meet with them, we'll discuss their wants and needs, their budget, we'll put a plan together that best suits them and gives them most bang for their buck.
Okay, that makes sense. 248-539-9797. If you have a question, Google can't answer, home improvement related, we're here for you. Hey, Adam, I have a concrete patio that's stained. What do you recommend a type of cleaner to power wash it with? Is that you ever deal with any of that?
We just buy a good cleaner. Home Depot sells a good outdoor concrete cleaner. Power wash it, then just let it dry, or use a blower, a leaf blower to dry it.
Well, that's actually a good idea.
And then restain it.
Greg, do you have any products you use at all?
So I would talk to my power washing guru and
he'll tell you everything, right?
Power washing division. I don't know what the chemicals they use exactly.
So the product that I've used in the past, it's called Zep.
Yep.
Zep is a masonry concrete cleaner.
Yeah.
So you buy that, you mix it, dilute it with water, put it in this power washer, and it looks like brand
depends.
new.
I think it depends what kind of stain you have and how long it's been there.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
I want to do that circular. My friend Tim has a circular power washer that connects, and you roll it over, and it works like
it works great.
I have such an old concrete driveway. I want to use it, so I just got to find a guy to do it because I ain't gonna do it myself.
So that's right. Well, that's exactly what we do. We can come out, we'll clean it, we'll power wash it, and we'll seal it for you.
So take a look at a product called Zep, Z-E-P. They have it at all the big box stores as well. So Brian, do you see this time of year people asking for more outdoor projects, or still being finished basements, kitchens, baths?
It's every project, really. I mean, it's whatever's on their bucket list that they want done.
What about a gazebo? Greg, you do gazebos,
yeah.
and so do you, right?
I'm having one built at my house right now as we speak.
So admittedly, I was at Costco the other day. Yeah, I go for Costco for like one thing, and $700 later.
Oh, every single trip. Every single trip.
I have enough paper plates and red cups in my house.
And there's always something on special. Yeah. After listening to you on the way in, I'm going to go buy a mattress there today.
Did you see that? You're like, oh my God, I gotta get
go buy a new mattress.
You would know if you type in what the skuts and schmutz is in your mattress, it's over. You're going to get a new mattress. So I went to Costco, and I was literally getting like 2 or 3 items. And of course, they have the outdoor furniture there. They have a Costco gazebo that literally has some big 8x8 posts. It's a sturdy.
I had it.
It's
at my last house.
Big.
We've put about 5 of those together for customers.
So people, and your thoughts on the quality?
Quality's not bad at all. I mean,
awesome.
It's great. It's
like $3,000 for one of those.
It takes about 4 to 6 hours with 2 guys to put it together.
Oh, I figured it'd take 2 days.
Yeah, mine took 2 days.
Did it?
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, and I had a 12x12. But
you're outside all these. You
great.
guys know. So I got to be
good.
honest. It's 20. Let's say it's $3,000 for that. It's got to be $3,000 in labor.
Yeah.
Easily.
Put it together. Yeah.
Oh my God! And then you can't move it once it's in. It's in.
Well, you bolt it down because they give you a 100-mile-an-hour wind rating once it's bolted.
Really? Well, we get that all the time here in Michigan.
Yeah. Lately,
well,
we do.
We got some 80-mile-an-hour winds back last year. Straight line.
This year too, I think.
Unbelievable. So I was curious because I think I want to. You know what I might do in my house? An awning. Remember the awning companies?
The old metal awnings.
Yeah,
my mom
still has those on. The one that canvas.
The big one. Yeah, my mom
with the rain sensor. With the what do they call it? The circus colors, the red stripe and the white stripe, the green stripes.
Aren't those are canvas? They're not metal though.
Yeah, well, they're metal frame, but it's canvas.
Right,
gotcha. They're canvas, and it rolls up.
Yep.
Now they have like an app. They got the rain sensor, and if
they got lights in it. They've got speakers in them. I think everything.
LED lights. That's what I want to do. I want to like Christmas lights, but I want to do it around my backyard. I'm crazy. I know. We're gonna get griddles. Brian told me about the not the Blackstone, but the Loco.
Yep, Loco.
I'm looking at that online. They're not expensive griddles. I guess because of the way they're built. I got to do that. I got to make hash browns. I got to do sausage and eggs and And I got to do the whole hibachi Benihana stuff.
There's no, you know me, I love to eat.
Right? We are
Yeah.
foodies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you like fried rice, you're right there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I love fried rice.
I mean, 2 of our landscaping crews, we've got them right in the trailer. They roll them out. They fold up. They got the fold-up ones. They pull them out.
Right,
And
it's
they
lunch.
Lunch, exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Never
Yeah.
thought of that. And you do fajitas.
Everything. Burgers, whatever you want to put on there, you can put on there.
248-539-9797. We have any questions home improvement related, bring them in. We've got Greg Repsidis from the Landscaper in studio. And, of course, Brian Lee in the co-pilot seat from Metro Home Improvement. So, Brian, what's the number one project right now that you're doing?
Kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels. That's really number one. Right
Kitchen and
now,
bath. Okay, that's still
we're doing-
always that way.
we're doing some exterior things. You know, people are starting to tackle some exterior work, siding, windows.
I got you. Makes sense. By the way, shout out to Krista. I'm doing a project for a friend. Master bedroom, master bath, master closet, and a guest bath. Rocking it out. Haven't started yet, but
Sounds good.
yeah. Very, every once in a while I'll consult on a project where homeowners like, hey, Adam, I need you to oversee it. I need you to make sure that the contractors are doing what they're doing. I'm like, yeah, if it's close by and it makes sense, I always help out. And I'll bring Greg in. I'll bring you, Brian, in to oversee things and, bring your people. And it always is a win-win as best as we can. So you say kitchens and baths. How about outdoor kitchens? Are you doing any of those?
We've gotten a few phone calls for them. They're starting to promote those more now online, so people are seeing them and saying, "Hey, you know what? I think I'd like to replicate that on the outdoor end of it." But they're sticker shocked once you give them that price.
Yeah, and Greg, what about you?
Yeah, same thing. So we used to have to build those from scratch.
Right.
Now they're modular. You can buy them. You can piece them
Yeah,
together.
that's the
Right.
best part about
So
it.
back in the day, we used to have to, it was like you used to come in and used to put a footing in and you used to have to build up your walls. And then if you're wrapping it with a stone or whatever you're doing, these days, you just pick it up and it's a modular piece. And whether you're just putting on you're hanging the brick or it's just a one-piece unit that you're
How about
setting in
stone
place.
tops? Is there? Do you go to like a granite store? For the stone?
Granite store. We've got a guy that does the concrete tops. Does an awesome job on them. All different varieties of tops.
Greg, let me ask you a question. When someone asks you and says, "All right, I need siding on my house or roofing," who do you recommend? Do you have
Hire it done.
Okay, just wanna make
what's
sure.
wrong with you?
My man,
Pre-screen
my man.
contractors that hire it done, the
Yeah,
best.
no, I get it. And Brian, you're the same way. If you need a landscaper,
I always tell folks, go to the Hire It Done website.
thank you.
I just had a phone call yesterday from a lady that was looking for something specific, and I said, I don't do that, but if you go back to the website, I told her how to navigate, and you'll find someone.
And by the way, if anyone has a question for anything about Hire It Done, my email is adam@hireitdone.com, obviously. 248-539-9797. Been trying to restore a cabin up in West Branch. Not a tradesman, but great place to start learning, from Todd. What do you think about that? What happens when someone calls you and they're up north or something? Bill in Newport, actually. What do you think? What do you do? Do you tell them you can't go up there? Or?
Yeah, I recommend them to try to find somebody local.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
We're so booked with work that, it's hard to keep track of the work you have here and keep up with it.
It's not easy.
No, it's not.
What happens, Greg, when someone wants a big project? You can't get it done this year. A waterfall, pond, big boulders.
You're looking at the end of the season. It's just how it is. And right now we're in a graduation crunch, party crunch.
Yeah.
Everybody wants everything before their graduation parties.
It's funny. In March, we were yelling at all the listeners. All right, if you have a graduation party, if you have something going on, you need to get it now. Now, meaning like 3 months ago.
Yeah. We have people calling, and it's from freshening up my yard to, hey, I want to rip everything out and put a whole new landscape in it. I need it done by in 3 weeks. And it's like, it's not going to happen.
Of course. Shout out to Paige Harvey. She's graduating from I think it's Armada High School. Not sure. And by the way, Brian, we talked roofing earlier.
Right?
Are you interested in talking to the roof guy?
I texted you, absolutely.
All right, I wanted to make sure. My son's calling me from East Coast right now.
Okay.
Every time I'm live on radio.
He wants to talk. He wants to be
Call
live.
me.
He wants to be on.
Maybe he's listening to the show. He wants to
Right.
interject.
So he's 23 years old, and I've been doing this since before he was born, right? He has never been in studio. I've asked him a million times. All right, we're going to take a quick break, my friends. When we come back, we're going to talk more home improvement chat. My name's Adam Helfman. This is the Hire It Done Radio Network. Welcome back. This is Hire It Done. My name's Adam Helfman. Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement. Welcome back, Brian.
Thanks. Glad to be back.
What do you got on your schedule today?
Oh, I got to go take a look at a couple jobs, and then after that, I'm going to get some paperwork done.
Sounds fun.
Oh, I mean, it's
We all work Saturdays.
right.
You know.
That's the nature of the beast. I did the paperwork before I got here, and then I'm running to 3 nurseries and picking out some good stock.
Are you going to come to my house?
Yeah, Monday.
Oh, Monday.
We said Monday.
Okay, what's Monday's fine.
Yeah.
We could make it work. So real quickly, have you heard me talk about this roof at cost
Yes,
You know,
I have. Yeah.
So
Very interesting.
And Brian, you had a meeting with us regarding that.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts again, Brian?
I think it's a great idea. Times are changing.
Yeah.
Things are happening. The internet is here. Yeah, I mean, it's been here, but the internet's here, and it's not going away.
Well, that's the thing. So let me just give a recap of that. The Roof Resource is a company that's part of Hire It Done. The roofresource.com is the website. And, you know, I think the home improvement business in general, design, build, all kinds of contracting, landscaping, can learn from these new business practices, getting a roof at cost. They use technology, satellite photos, and of the satellite photo of a house, it's the whole lot. It's not just the roof. And with the technology, they can find out the gutter dimensions, things like that. But they can also see the driveway. They can see the perimeter. And you can see, you know, for landscaping wise, it makes sense. I'm just curious, Greg, in your business, landscaping, what technology are you guys using?
So we a lot of times we won't go out to a house. We'll measure right from your computer sitting at my
Google.
desk. Yeah. Oh, Google Earth is the best.
Smart.
There's other apps we use that will give us the measurements and dimensions. During COVID, we implemented hey, you need an estimate? Let's FaceTime. We'll walk through it with you real quick.
It's great.
Yeah, it's whatever makes it easier on the customer, makes it easier on us. You know, driving around a free estimate, everybody gives out free estimates. It costs money to give a free estimate.
Yeah, free is my favorite word, except it's not always free. Being free is not always free. Brian, what about you?
I go to every appointment.
Yeah,
I have to go physically look at it. I can't see behind walls. I don't know.
You don't have X-ray vision?
No.
What?
No, don't have it.
You know, we had a segment of the show was one of my most popular. So which superhero would be the best contractor? You know, I think the Hulk would be the best demo.
Oh, for sure,
right?
100%.
Superman has X-ray vision; you can see behind the walls.
Right.
But I always said Batman was going to be the best contractor because he had the best toolbox.
All the gadgets,
Yeah, he could get the
sure.
job done.
Yeah.
So back to this roof resource. I'm such a fan of the business because they take a satellite photo of a roof. They do a FaceTime, Google video, Zoom call with the homeowner, and they go over the estimate right there. And the best part about it is, this is why all the other roofers are getting so crazy. At the beginning of the call, hey, Mrs. Jones, here we have it. The first slide is the price. Right to it. Boom. Here's your price. And you don't have to say, well, we're going to give you the Owens Corning, the GAF, the Landmark Pro, the blah, blah, blah. No, it's Mrs. Jones, based on your house, based on what we talked about, your price is going to be $12,554. The retail price, according to the cost versus value, in the country, is $26,950. But we're selling you the same product, the same material with a 12-year labor, 40-year warranty on the shingles for $12,500. And I'm just, this is typically, it's about half. Homeowners, the jaw hits the floor. Now, you go through the process. You tell them what they're getting. They have a series of questions homeowners ask. And then with the way how efficient they are, they can get your roof done within 10 to 14 days.
That's great.
That's scheduled to install.
Yeah. And so what happens now is the smart homeowners say yes immediately. And they get the process started. But, everyone wants to think about it. And we've, over generations, been what I'll call it propagandized to get 3 bids, 4 bids, right? So if you call 4 or 5 roofers out, Brian, how many of the 5 roofers that you call out are going to show up?
2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He gets it.
And you're gonna get an estimate from one of them.
Right. And then the one will get out there. And the other thing is the contractors will come there to sell you the brand of shingle that they're being paid to sell.
And I hate when you sit there, you got to listen to their spiel for
2
30
hours.
minutes, 45 minutes, an hour.
How about $30,000 at the first hour, and then into the second hour, it's down to
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You always,
the drop.
Exactly.
I just had a buddy of mine call me, and he had a roofing company come out, and they gave him a price of $31,000.
Right away.
On the way out the door, they were at $11,500.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And so what do you do when at the Roof Resource, we're transparent. You get the price. There's no drop. This is it. Here's your price right out of the gates. So if other roofer's at 29 and then they're at 19.9 an hour later, what does it tell you? How do you interpret that as a homeowner, Brian? Because you've been around forever.
I mean, as a homeowner, you have to look at it and go, why is there such a huge drop in price? And if I would have signed for 29, who's making 10,000
extra?
Mm-hmm.
That's the key.
And the thing is, the thing that drives me crazy is we'll match their price. We'll beat their price. Well, you just gave me a price of 10,000 more. Why would I go to you to match their price? This guy already gave me a better price. Why am I using you to try to charge me 10,000 more? So why would I use you? Like you said, who's getting the 10,000?
I can sum it all up for you in one quick sentence, right? We have a sales practice from the 1950s that is still ongoing today in 2023, but the advent of the internet is now changing the game and the landscape.
And here's the thing, contractors, which I love because I'm a contractor, we're the last to evolve. The best tool in a contractor's toolbox today still is a yellow pad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Think about it. Now, there's nothing wrong with it. If you can be successful doing that, I high five you. However, with all the technology available, it's only as good as the person using it. Think about that.
I live by notes. I live by graph paper, and I live by a paper, pen, and a pencil.
That's it. I kind of I'm sticky notes and my pad of paper and my notebook.
I keep Office Max in business.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Well, are they still around, or do you have to go online? It's Staples Office Max the same.
Staples, there's a
They're
couple of them here
the
and
They're
there.
like the same, I guess.
I went in there recently to get a ink cartridge.
Mm-hmm.
They were out.
I can't even buy ink cartridges. I do it online.
Yeah.
Everything comes to me from HP online.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everything's digital today.
Right.
Yes.
So, and again,
Streamlining the workforce.
and for everyone out there who's listening, you're not a bad contractor if you're just using the basics. There's nothing wrong with that. However, for streamlining, for efficiencies, look at the millennials. These kids, they're probably in their 30s now.
Yeah.
They want to buy a home improvement from an app. Think about that. They want to order a roof.
Yes.
They want it. It's like Uber Eats, right? They DoorDash on that. Yeah, I want to DoorDash my whole kitchen. Eventually, it's coming, right? And by the way, another invention. Here it comes. Forget about pumpkin spice. Uber for construction materials. Get an app for contractors, and you can Uber up drywall, siding, nails, paint.
Not a bad idea.
What do you
We
think?
order supplies online all day, every day.
I know, but on an app,
I don't know as if I would do that just because of our buying power.
I just, maybe.
Man, it might take off for some guys.
We think it would work for homeowners.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
So you love the roof resource? We're going to
I
have
think
a
it's a
meeting
great idea.
because we're selling franchises now.
Right. I know. I talked to you about it.
They have low price guarantee, by the way. You know what's funny? Because what I've learned is some of the other estimates, and I love reviewing estimates. Contractors are funny. 30-year roof, they don't tell you the shingle, underlayment, this and that. With the roof resource, it's like if it's Owens Corning, you're getting Owens Corning underlayment. You're getting Owens Corning, everything, the whole process.
Well, they're using the system created by the manufacturer to be able to warrant the project for what the warranty period is deemed for.
You got it. So that's what I figured. So I wasn't sure, but as we all know, that's what happens. So Greg, as we wind down, give everyone the name, the phone number, and where to get a hold of you.
The Landscaper. You can find us on Facebook at The Landscaper. You can check out our website at hirethelandscaper.com, or you can give us a call at 888-HIRE-TLS.
That's a good one. And Brian Lee, Metro Home Improvement.
You can get a hold of us at area code 586-929-0224, or our website address is our email, I should say, is themetrocompanies@gmail.com.
Okay, cool. And let me ask you this as we wrap up. Any shout outs to anybody?
Absolutely. Shout out to Patrick Gentry. We're building his house on our development over in Warren. And Kristen and Randy Coleman, who are listening to us this morning. And then Butch Lucas, who's building that gazebo for me.
There you go. Shout out to Butch. And for you?
To my crew, and we have the most amazing crew. Shout out to the crew.
Are they listening?
I'm sure. I hope so. A couple of them are probably they're working. They better not be. The ones that are working better not be
Hold
listening.
on. Give them the code word. If they don't tell you the code word,
Yeah, no code. The word is code. The code word is code.
you order the code red. Well, anyways, I want to thank everyone for tuning in this morning. I'm very grateful. Have a beautiful day. Don't forget to barbecue, pizza, griddle, everything. My name's Adam Helfman. We will see you all next week.